Hi guys, and welcome back. I know it's been a really long time since I've been streaming. I was in the path of the winter storm. What was it, last Monday? And then because of that, our something in our boiler short circuited, and we needed the piece replaced. So we were all like huddled in like the same room trying to stay warm, and we did have a fire going, which was really nice because that kept the room really warm as long as it was like the space was shut off and the heat couldn't go anywhere. So we kind of just had that going until the piece was fixed, which is another reason why I wasn't streaming because it was so cold. To do it was just, and then we were all like cramped up in one space, and it was not good. Our house got down to like, I want to think it was 40 degrees inside the house. So it just wasn't like a good place to, it wasn't like a good time to like try and stream when that was going on. That's why I was just like, yeah, this isn't happening. And then what happened? And then just what was it? Like it just kept being like trying to get food was ridiculous because everyone it was just like one thing after another just kept popping up. It was like, okay, and then it was like, okay, we need to get food, but then it was like we can't get food because everyone was shopping beforehand, and I wasn't thinking, oh, this is a storm that's gonna like create havoc. It's a storm that's literally gonna give you 6 inches of snow. We're fine. And apparently not. I come from a place where you get more than 6 inches of snow and you're still going to school. Like the schools were shut down for 3 days and then they had like delayed days after that. It was such a ridiculous week. Um, and then I was like, okay, we're gonna get back, we're gonna get started, we're gonna go like right straight from today. And as you can tell, I've lost my pen or my pencil. I'm with my pen. I'm not really going to be drawing much. This is just for me to doodle for you guys to kind of like have something to watch while we're talking. Because I'm also not in a form to just like say, hey, face cam, let's do some chat. So it's just so I could do some, um, like I said, just some scribbles and whatnot, trying to. I don't know how well it's gonna work. Let's use a colored pencil instead because I do have access to those. Let me find those. Yeah, so that was last week, and then I was like, okay, well, since I'm not gonna stream, I can get like all these fun things set up, like where there's like a nice banner and schedule that kind of shows, hey, this is what time and what we're gonna be working on during the stream. Like have that I could just post weekly and everything. So I was working. So I like started trying to work on that, but then as I said, like we were finally going through the house, and I think most people call this spring cleaning. I call it decluttering. And we like went through a lot of stuff that I didn't even realize we hadn't gone through before while we were unpacking when we moved here. And so it was nice to finally go through that stuff, and we got rid of a lot. We organized a lot. There is so much more space. Like my books here. Let me show you. We have a spot for our books that's no longer on the desk, and then there's another spot for all the for more stuff. And then I think I have a third. Oh no, this was supposed to be here. Never mind. See, things are already getting unorganized. But that is what we have had going on. So that's some of the new stuff. Another new thing is what I'm going to be doing. So it's kind of difficult for me to try to read absolutely everything. I've been trying to read the Leonardo books, the classical drawing at Lear drawing books, Harding's books, and um, we've. I'm like picking up homesteading. I'm doing way too much. I'm picking up homesteading as well, and so there's a couple of books that I've been trying to read that way. That's too much reading for me all at once. So what I've decided is I'm not going to read all of these books at once. What I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on reading Harding's lessons and then the classical drawing at Lear, not the lessons on classical drawing. And I'm going to go through those two books first and then move from there. So we are going to continue to work on the drawings that I said we were going to be working on. Today we were supposed to start doing, or a week ago we were supposed to start doing the proportions of what does he call it? He calls it the proportions. Oops, there they go. Here, you guys should see some. Oh, these are like really beautiful. Bird's eye view of the landscape showing Tucson, Arezzo, Perugia, Chiusi, and Siena. It's just so cool to watch his drawing. And I was reading. This is another thing. Like, I keep gotta be reminding myself, is like, I don't need to be the genius. I don't need to be the genius, because he was a genius. Oh man, was he a genius. I have to. So this is the proportions of the human figure. So in the classical at Lear, they go into like history and stuff like that, but they're also going into the math. We're going into the math, and Leonardo da Vinci's paintings and drawings and everything are all based off of math, which is cool because I'm just like, oh, this is awesome. But this guy was insane. Okay, well, not insane, just like, this is how much of a genius he was, right? Maybe we're just going to be looking through books because this gets me excited and scared at the same time. Because the amount of time and effort and thought in what he did, like, this is just scraping the surface of what he does, right? So I've been reading and we're reading, so talking about the golden ratio and the logarithmic spiral that also creates the this perfect rectangle, like it's a perfect it's a rectangle with the proportions of the golden ratio. Okay, which is created by the logarithmic spiral, which is created out of the Fibonacci sequence and also the golden ratio. Right? Not even, there's so much in here, but I'm not going to go into the most of the depth, right? So what he does is he creates two proportional rectangles in this painting right here. Okay. And this is just one of, like, a very simple painting on the surface, right? It's just the Annunciation, right? The angel Gabriel is the angel Gabriel speaks his message that was sent to him so the Lord sent him to speak to Mary and tell her that she will conceive a son. It asks if she will conceive Jesus, right? And this is his drawing of it. Now, it's a beautiful painting. Why? I mean, it's two figures in what looks like like a little hut with a little courtyard almost, right? Well, he has the perfect So he has a rectangle, a perfect ratioed rectangle. Within that rectangle, or hold on, no, that's talking about something else. Never mind. I lied. Ignore that. That's talking about focal points and stuff like that. What we need to focus on is this. This right here. He has positioned everything precisely where there is a perfect square. Within the perfect square, there are two rectangles that are proportional to the golden ratio proportions, right? To the rectangle. So they're not like the actual proportion ratios, but they're relative to that, I think is the right word I want to use. And they're called chi. So that's like chi means that they're related or relative of. Anyways, so he's got two of those rectangles next to the square. Now, these two rectangles create, because these two rectangles in the square work, they have focal points. Okay, kind of like these eyes, because it gets into it. It's a whole mathematical thing, but these are where your eye goes to when you're dealing with like your eye just naturally goes to these four locations when you are dealing with the golden ratio rectangle. All right? Stick with me. Okay. So, because of how he has positioned the rectangles and the squares, he has created focal points that your eyes naturally go to. And what's there? There's the hand of Mary is on that focal point and the wing of the angel. Okay? Now, gets even better. There's two rectangles right where you're drawn to, right? Because you focus in on the middle. So, the wall, the low wall over here, that is where the chi rectangles are when you're looking at it within the square. And you just look up, okay, he planned all of this. There's no coincidence with this. He uses his math in order, and like plans his drawings and everything like that. That's how he was able to come up with all the proportions and everything, like why he was able to do all of those drawings in his notebooks and stuff. Like, and so I'm over here barely understanding like math and everything like that, and it's like art. Well, I was like sculpting's fun. I like sculpting. I had a lot of fun with it in school. Why not look at it? And now I'm learning how to draw from there. And from there I'm realizing how inadequate I am to draw. But then I realized I am not trying to be a great master. I'm just trying to learn how to draw. I don't need to be a great master. I just need to be able to put in, because I'm doing figure to get to the sculpting. So all I need to do is know proportion. Let's be able to draw proportionally and be able to look at a figure and be like, this, like how, be able to look at something like a human or an animal, like my dogs, and be able to draw them on the paper, and then like show what, like capture the thing that I'm trying to capture with that, and then put that into clay. I'm not trying to plan amazing, awesome pieces. So I was freaking out about like, how in the world am I supposed to be doing this? Because it was like, this is what like the standard of drawing is, and I realized, no, this is what a master of drawing is. Or not even like a master. I think he's above a master, a genius of drawing, a genius of painting, like one of the great minds of the world. Not every artist, not every painter, not every sculptor is a great mind of the world. So I don't need to be a great mind of the world. It took me an extremely long period of freaking out within the past 2 weeks to come to terms with not needing to be a Genius. But, oh man, studying from him would have been, oh my gosh, the scariest thing in the world. And I guess I'm technically studying from him, but like from his notebooks, because another thing I got, which I was so happy that. So we went to Barnes and Nobles at one point. Yeah, during all of this, I was just like, hey, let's go to Barnes and Nobles because why not? And this one is. So I remember like this was in the other notebook, and I was kind of like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing, and I was wondering what this all said. It's all translated. So I got the translated notes, which actually it has the different drawings in here too. So there's like a little baby, and its mom is watching his feet and stuff, which isn't in the complete drawings that I have. The horse. Oh, there's an ox. I think that's an ox, anyways. So there's a couple of different things, and definitely. So I am studying from him, and I'm gonna be studying from him and stuff like that. But I kind of need to stop going down rabbit holes and focus. At least like have a trail. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is just create a little trail to follow. Except my trail, like, right, so this is the trail that I'm trying to follow. And then this is me. We're just gonna go same. I do not stay on a trail or a path or anything. I keep falling away. Eventually I get here though. Somehow. But we're going to try to make it a little less chaotic and a lot more, like, following the path. Don't have to follow it exactly, but, just trying to get there. So, definitely having a less cluttered space does wonders and helps out so much. So, I'm really excited for that. And, today I was like gonna try to do a normal stream, but even that, I ended up having. Oh my gosh! So I was gonna do the laundry, and it wasn't gonna take that long. It was just gonna be 3 quick loads, right? But then I completely everyone has their own hamper, right? And I just sort through the hampers to get the laundry that I want to do today. Do on a given day. And today I was just gonna do, it was gonna be, like I said, real easy. It was just gonna be towels, lights, darks. That's it. Very simple. You just have to sort through it. It takes like 2 minutes, and then I just because I wasn't gonna fold. Today. I was just gonna put it in the machine, switch it over, and then put it in a basket, and then not deal with folding just yet. And then I ended up missing a basket completely, or a hamper. So, I mean, it's not even like I have to like go into different rooms. The hampers are on a very, very nice, and it looks so nice, and I like it. And everyone puts their clothes in the hampers, so I don't even have to like go searching for it, right? It's so easy. It's it's the easiest thing in the world. And they're in like this nice little, right? They're just set up on these nice little racks. You just have to pull them out. It's so nice, right? It's just so nice. Whoops. And then, right, you just have to pull them out. You just have to take out the clothes, and then it's done. I just was just like, nope, this one doesn't exist. Right? And I didn't even know I'd done it. So I sorted everything. I did all of it. We go in to do like, our normal evening routine and everything, and I'm in there. And this hamper is full. And I go to my husband, and I was like, I was supposed to do all of this I had sorted them all. I've done all, and he's just like, it's just a Monday. It's okay. It's fine. It's just a Monday. And I was like, this is ridiculous because it wasn't like I had like taken them and moved them somewhere else to sort them. I was literally like sitting. I was sitting right here. Do, 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 sorting through all the laundry. You know, they come into little piles. They just pick them up and you can put them in the wash and don't have to go anywhere. It's nice. It's wonderful. And like, nope, nope. Yeah. Um. But besides that, I thought I heard screaming for a bit, and then I realized that there is no way I would be able to hear screaming from here. Unless it was coming from outside, which is not where I was hearing it from. And then also my poor pup. My poor pup. He's not poor anymore. He's dreaming about running now. He it was to it was to the point where we couldn't take him outside for a walk because of how slippery everything was. Like he was slipping, I was slipping, and if he tried to run, that would have been it. So he was he couldn't leave for his yard, which is he's got a nice, pretty fenced in yard, and yeah, I'm drawing over spots. It's like a nice, pretty yard that he has. This nice fenced in area where we have like a ball hanging from the tree for him to like grab onto because for some reason he likes to do that. So we're like, fine, whatever, we'll just have one and he can swing it and stuff, and he loves to like he just chases after it. It like jumps so high to just grab it, and I'm just like, how is this okay for him? My husband's like, don't even worry about it. He's fine. It's not gonna hurt him. Like it looks like it's gonna hurt him, but and when I say hurt him, like the way he jumps after it and then like grabs onto it and then he like comes down and it just looks bad, but he's fine. He loves it. He keeps doing it. Like okay, so it can't hurt him. It can't be hurting him. Um, and then so we've finally been able to like start walking him and stuff. So he's been able to kind of like calm down. But some of us are getting cabin fever. Others are just like, I'm lazy and I don't want to do anything. And so that's kind of just where we are. It's like, it's okay. It's been a weird winter. It's been like New Year. From New Year on, it's just been really strange. Um, but we're finally getting back into some semblance of a routine, which is nice. So, has anyone had any adventures from what's been going on in their part of the world? Because there's a lot. I've been watching the meteorologist. There's a lot of different like storms and depressions and fronts and stuff that are just moving around, and it's just happening because it's the season for all of these to happen the way it's happening. But it creates some fun experiences for us. I'm trying to. I think it goes like this. I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. And then I think these have. And then I think this one has. And then it's this. Yep. Mm-hmm. So, like I was saying, today's kind of the last. Today was the late stream. It's also kind of just like a really random stream, and but tomorrow's stream is gonna be at around 12:30, and it's gonna last between an hour, 2 hours. It's probably not gonna go all the entire 2 hours, just because um our schedules still haven't gotten quite back to where they need to be. There's a couple of things going on, but that's fine. At least it's better than just not being able to stream. So, very happy about that. Been able to get back and just. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how you're supposed to do these, and Harding does go into it. So, you always start from left to right, left to right, and the line on the left is always the first line, where this, the following lines go behind. So it's going to be like that. And yeah, that was a question I had. Just like, how do you do that? I did want to see. I was like, you know what? This week should be a fun week. We should do this. But I was like, but I've decided we're just going to do we're just going to start working on the proportions. Because I want to work on those goals. Because these are still the goals. We still have the time and ability to work on them. Despite being gone for a week. Uh-oh. My mouse has also died. I need to get a new battery for it, so I have to use the touchpad on my computer. But yep, this is our goals. We can still do all of these, and that's why I was like, we can just get started on the proportions. I have a spot that will work beautifully for everything, even though I still don't have an easel. We're not going to get easel for a while, and that's fine. But I was thinking, oh hey, let's like work on actually getting the proportions right with the cross and everything. But because that was a fun little thing to do, but I decided against it because today didn't go as bad as I thought it was. It was like, I'm just gonna sit here, I'm gonna do face cam, we're just gonna talk and whatever. But I'm feeling a little bit more confident, especially since I was like, I look absolutely terrible. There is absolutely no way I'm gonna do this. And then another thing I found out too is, or sorry, let's finish my thought and then I'll go to the next one. So I'm kind of glad that we kind of did this for him because it sort of forced me to do a little bit of drawing, which I just didn't think was going to happen tonight. And then, there was something else. I forget what it was. Oh, and then because I was forced into drawing, it kind of was like, oh, we can definitely start doing the proportions because this isn't that bad. And then there was something I wanted to say after that. I can't remember. That's why I jumped from topic to topic because I don't remember what it is that I'm trying to say. I should probably start jotting down notes too. Oh, handwriting is a good way. Practicing and learning handwriting is a good way to work on lines. and getting straighter lines and getting hand control, hand eye coordination down. So it's just a cool little fun fact that I learned while I wasn't here on stream. I was, like I said, I was doing things. It's just I wasn't doing them on stream, and I had been keeping up on the community tab because that's still kind of like a little weird for me to be doing social. I'm not really on social media. I rarely post. I never really had Facebook or posted on Facebook or did anything really with Facebook. So it's an adjustment, which is so. Okay, I think this has been a good time, a good chat. Anyways, I think I was able to kind of talk about everything that had been going on, why I've been MIA for so long, and what has kind of changed and how we're moving forward. If anyone has any, I know that I just said that I needed to stop and focus on what I have, but if there's any resources online, like other channels that are good to watch to learn how to draw or stuff like that, please, or even like art history, or theology, anything like that, that would be a good reference for either talking points or expounding upon my knowledge and stuff like that. Please type them in the comments below and I will take a look at them. Also, if there's anything I'm not doing that I should be doing while I'm drawing, or in terms of technique, and please let me know because you guys are the only ones. You guys are my only critiques. I don't have somebody looking over my shoulder watching me draw, or even looking at my drawings and be like, hey, this is kind of wonky. This is probably why you're doing that. You should try doing this. I don't have any of that. So if you guys don't tell me, I won't know, or eventually I will eventually figure it out on my own, maybe, if I am able to compare my drawing to other people's drawings and stuff just by different videos or books that I've been reading. So, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you all so much for your patience with me and this weird, I don't know, week, start of the new year. I'm looking forward to how this year continues to go. And as always, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all back here tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.